What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. You already know, Norris, man. We're getting pretty close to that new track, Waldo, dropping in about 4 days from now. Available everywhere, all platforms. Once again, it's called Waldo. The next track that I'll be dropping afterwards, this one's called Caffeine Fiend. I'm gonna talk more about this track a little bit after Waldo. Once that track is out, then I'll talk more about this new track, Cafe Fiend, or Caffeine, depending on how you pronounce the word caf or cafe. So it's like caffeine and then a fiend, as in somebody who's like super addicted to something. That track will be available for December 14th, so look out for those two songs coming up. I'll keep you guys updated about any new music or content to drop after these releases. So this video is on the whole Drake and Kendrick situation. So I know I've made like quite a few videos about these two rappers. They've sort of been the most talked about artists all year long. Not even rappers, but like straight up artists. Out of all musicians and artists that you can think of, these two names have been brought up the most. It's because of this whole battle between the two, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, that set the rap world on fire, man. Got everybody talking about it. Probably the most historic rap battle of all time. Even though it wasn't really a legit battle, it was more like a diss track battle in a sense. Both rappers trading diss tracks after diss tracks. So like, it's a battle, but not really. It's not like they're in an arena facing each other, actually like battling each other verse for verse. Old format of rap battles. It wasn't that. If they actually were on the stage together battling each other like the real way, that would be cool to watch. That would really pull numbers. I think it would be the most viewed videos in YouTube history if they ever did that. Kendrick Lamar won. There's a lot of people that are still on Drake's side, mostly Toronto people. I have to say the majority of people who knew about this battle definitely on Kendrick Lamar's side. Now Drake is going to court about this whole thing. The fact that Not Like Us ended the battle, basically the last track of the back and forth, and became the most played rap song of all time based off of statistics and numbers. That got under Drake's skin just a bit, made him want to sue, bring Kendrick Lamar, I think mostly UMG, to court. I'm gonna basically break down this whole situation based off my perspective. Honestly, man, this battle has been mad entertaining, man. Just like I was saying earlier in the video, it would have been cool if they actually got onto a stage, faced each other, old school format of battling like what you see on King of the Dot. It would have been really dope if Kendrick and Drake did that. Basically, they came with their people, they both take their side, and they actually go verse for verse in real time, live on a stage, put it on YouTube, pay-per-view, whatever it is. That video will get so much views. It would actually be incredible if they did it that way, but it's too late now, I guess. That last track by Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, man, that song went crazy. Like, I've never seen a rap song get that famous so fast. How much numbers that it ended up racking up at the end is just like insane, man. Maybe since the song Superman by Soulja Boy. Besides that track, there's been a lot of big songs in rap history. Soulja Boy, Superman, Not Like Us sort of reminds me of that song in a sense, where like how fast it got famous, and it seems like everybody in the entire world heard the song. You know what I'm saying? And this is rap music, bro. Like, after saying all of that, just how quickly Not Like Us got famous worldwide and became the most played song in the whole world, no matter what genre it is. Like, it's literally the most played song. Pretty historic. As a rap fan growing up, it's pretty incredible to see that happen. Makes me happy to see that. The fact that rap music, a genre that's been ignored for the longest time, hated for like a number of reasons, feels like we're back on top, man. If anything, in the top 3 alongside pop music and country music. This rap battle between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, it helped push that narrative. Definitely crazy to see how powerful Not Like Us really is and what it really did to like the culture, man. World's treating it like it's a pop song, but it's a rap song, a part of a rap battle. Like, it doesn't get more hip-hop than that. About Not Like Us, the severity of damage that it put to Drake's like image and name, how popular it got worldwide, the fact that you got young people, old people, middle-aged people, all kinds of people making TikToks with the song playing in the background, man. People that you don't even expect to listen to hip-hop music. This person looks like they've never heard a single rap song in their life, and they're singing the song word for word, and you're just like what? That's the type of impact that this song had on the culture and the world as a whole, man. Before this battle started, Drake was basically the #1 guy for a long time too. Like, he was the #1 rapper for a straight 20 years worldwide too. Like, nobody in the world when it comes to rapping was bigger than Drake, man. It's still the same thing till this day. Even after the battle, after all of the backlash Drake got, he's still technically the #1 rapper in the world when you look at the streams. And if anything, Kendrick Lamar and Drake are at the same level right now. Drake might still actually be a little bit higher in terms of popularity and streams. It's like the battle made him a little more popular. It's what a lot of Drake's stans meant when they say that Drake won the war, because he lost to a rapper like Kendrick Lamar, who before the battle was almost as popular as Drake. It's like it made Drake even more popular than he was before because of how significant the battle was between the two, how popular it was, how many people were tuning into the battle. Even though he lost to Kendrick Lamar, because of how famous the battle was between the two, it like made Kendrick and Drake even more famous than they were before the battle. Drake being that guy before this whole battle started, it pissed him off straight up. It got to him to a point where he has to take legal actions against the label that he's currently under. So like, that made it a little bit confusing when I first heard about this situation. The fact that Not Like Us, it's the most played song in history. Everywhere Drake goes, he hears that song plays, and it's like, it brings him nightmares, man. All of the accusations that Kendrick Lamar brought on the tracks, accusing Drake for a lot of crazy stuff that may not be true, may be true, may not, but like, still, they're basically just allegations at the moment. They're in diss tracks, so nobody really knows if they're true or not. I mean, there's been some videos that surfaced kind of like supporting what Kendrick Lamar is saying. So I mean, I don't know, man. Until there is more evidence about what Kendrick was saying on the tracks, I'll keep it at that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna like add more to the fire. And then, you know, yeah, man, like everything that Kendrick Lamar has done with this rap battle, even dropping the album GNX, it's pissing Drake off at this point. I think before the battle, Drake didn't really like hate Kendrick like that. He probably barely disliked him. He probably looked at this whole battle as like a fun thing to do. He wasn't taking it as serious as Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, being like a rap psycho, took it extremely serious, took it as if it was a championship game. Drake was sort of like poking fun of Kendrick and just sort of like laughing at him, and the whole drop with like the 50 push-ups, like you can just tell by the tone of the song that Drake did not take this whole thing serious at all, man. And he probably thought it was going to be an easy win. Before the battle started, he probably thought that the world was on his side and thought it was just going to be an easy like win, as if Kendrick Lamar's Meek Mill, basically. Like, he probably thought it was going to be another Meek Mill moment. He has all these tracks planned out, and then he's just telling Kendrick Lamar to drop. I dare you to drop a track. Like, I got all of these like tracks in the vault just ready for anything. The thing with Drake, man, as much of like a pop star, you could even say a diva, you could even say as much of a diva Drake is, I really didn't think he was gonna take the situation to court. We'll say the Pusha T situation, because he lost that battle, so it's a better situation to compare to this one. I thought he would treat it like that and just take his loss and just like walk away like a real rapper. You watch rappers battle each other, the loser of the battle, he's just walking away, man. Takes his L, dabs up the winner, walks away, gets ready for the next battle. That's what I thought Drake was gonna do. It would have been a better idea if Drake dropped an album that was as good, if not better, than GNX. I'm not gonna lie, man, after everything that's happened, my personal belief, I think Drake has the talent and the ability to actually make an album that's close to the level of GNX. If anything, slightly better, man. I honestly think it's in Drake to do that. Like, he's still Drake, man. If you look at everything he's done in his career, his past, all of the hits he's made, all of the albums, this guy is skilled enough to make an album just as good as GNX. Alright, maybe I won't say better than GNX, sure, but just as good. He can make serious records if he has to. Drake's the most versatile rapper in rap history. I still believe that, even after this loss. But in terms of being like one of the GOATs, we might have to cool down on those talks. I mean, in terms of like hits and all the credentials he has, like awards, nominations, everything he's done for the city of Toronto with like all the OVO stuff, he's definitely a legend in that aspect. But like in terms of being the greatest of all time, which a lot of people were throwing at his name before this battle, I know a lot of people telling me that this guy is the GOAT way before the battle started. And even before the battle, I wasn't sure if I can like agree with those people saying that. And now after this battle, we got clear evidence of like who truly is the greatest ever. And after this lawsuit that Drake's running right now, like he's definitely not the greatest of all time, man. And I don't know if I'd put him in the top 5, man. Doing this lawsuit is like lowering him down on my rankings in terms of who's the greatest of all time. Still up there, you know, based off of his like history, everything, his discography, all of the classics he's put out. Man, I really didn't think he was gonna go take legal actions, you know what I'm saying, after losing this battle. I thought he was gonna maybe drop more music to compete against everything Kendrick has done, but like the diva and pop star version of Drake is coming out. He's trying to get money out of the situation instead of trying to like rap his way out of it. But he cares more about the money than the legend status. Winning the lawsuit, losing the lawsuit, I think no matter what happens, just because he started a lawsuit, he might be done, man. He still has stan fans. He has the type of fans that will never stop listening to his music no matter what happens. I feel like a lot of big time artists have those type of fans no matter what. They could do like the craziest shit that you can think of and he'll still have fans. After this lawsuit, win or loss, maybe he's not done, you know, just because of how many people know who Drake is and how big of a fan base he actually has. But at the same time, bro, he's no longer considered one of the greatest of all time. As somebody who grew up in the GTA, grew up on Drake's music, one of the first to know about who Drake was, the city is mine Drake, when he was working with Degrassi, trying to get off that show to become a rapper. That Drake, that's when I first heard about Drake, you know? I'm not one of those people who heard about Drake after Scorpio, views after 2020. You find out about Drake. Like, I'm one of those dudes that knew about Drake before he was even Drake. After saying all of that, honestly, the only thing that was keeping me on Drake's side was the fact that he's the biggest rapper in the world and he's from the GTA. Through a GTA kid's eyes is just really cool to see that. It's inspiring. It makes you feel like you're living in an area, in a city that nobody really knows about, that's like not popular at all, but then it gives you like a little bit of hope that you can maybe do half of what Drake's doing at the time, you know, being a young rapper, sort of like a different style and bringing something different to like the city of Toronto, to the world. His whole journey from starting at that kid, that Degrassi kid, to like where he's at now, you know what I'm saying? It's always been mad inspiring to see that as a GTA kid, and I know a lot of other people would agree with me. Man, Drake had a lot of haters during his come up too. You know what I mean? And I was one of those kids that was like, yo, why people hated on this guy so much? And then he ends up getting signed with Young Money, with Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj, and then it's history, man. After saying all of that, bro, definitely not one of the greatest of all time. Very weak of him to start a lawsuit against Kendrick Lamar. Essentially, I know it's really against UMG, but you could have not did it, dropped an album, maybe another diss track, and just represented the GTA as like one of the greatest rappers to ever do it, man. You know what I mean? As a GTA youth. That's all I gotta say about this one. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate the views you guys been giving me, man. I got a lot more of these videos to drop, a lot more content. I'm doing one of these videos every Sunday, same schedule. Like, comment, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel. Check out Waldo, set for December 4th in about 4 days from now. If you like what you're hearing from my music, just subscribe. I got a lot more to drop in the future. That's all I got for this video. I appreciate you guys watching, man, and I'm out of here, man. I'm out.